Hello and welcome. This is Diana, and you are watching Holistic Vibes. This is going to be for the sign of Aries. As always, take what resonates and leave the rest. Have you been releasing your, it's like a never-ending journey. Hmm. Has someone kind of turned into like a bit of a bully? Like through a lack of internal revelations, it's kind of like, and again, it could be you, it could be somebody you know, right? It could be something that you're experiencing. It's kind of like the understanding of how to defend oneself through like perspective mediating. Does that make sense? It's kind of like somebody doesn't necessarily see that they're worthy of like the awards or the rewards that have been given. It's kind of like never being acknowledged or never being like seen. It can be like again the not being picked. The It's like being almost feeling like you've been under a state of manipulation, right? Or somebody played that energy on you. Does that make sense? It's almost like not seeing like what love like is, or like the it's kind of like a settling energy of sorts. Again, you or them. But they're just saying like blinded over love, and maybe not necessarily seeing like the what a healthy relationship looks like. And your team is like literally like it's like they're kind of holding their breath trying to help you out of like all the things that have been impeded against you, right? Because they know your powerful gifts, they know your spiritual gifts, they know what it is that you are meant to do, or the how you perceive. Then there's Aries, there you are, right? Just in case I didn't know. But there's the gains, increase and level up. Increase and level up. They just keep saying like there's this spirit of attachment that's kind of binding the way that you love, or the way that you think you love, or what's the focus for you, like the how you're supposed to be manifesting, the way you're supposed to be on your own journey. It's like there's something outside of you that has been impeding you, and it's kind of like that. Oh my God, that was a spell. Oh my God, that was a spell. It's kind of like if you don't know who Derek Prince is, you may want to like read into him. He's amazing, and he talks quite frankly about like demonic strongholds and how to um identify entities, right? And I'm kind of getting like that's what this is. Um it's kind of like through your neutrality in the chaos, in the impediment, in the rejection, in the damn, this is happening, now this is happening, now this is happening. It's like the tower is falling. However, it's kind of resetting your energetic frequency, because like you're still living in a state of hope and optimism and understanding like who I walk with is what I'm kind of gathering, right? And it's like all of a sudden you're going to align with exactly what is the thing that you're supposed to align with. Does that make sense? It's like every single thing that's kind of attempted to impede against you. Now, if you did it to another, then and it's a response to, like, then that's a contract you have to actually identify and address, right? Because the exposure is the exposure. Like the what ends up happening at a certain point, the scales do flip. And you're gonna understand like the why your inner warrior, right? The inner part of you that is the fire that walks this earth, right? The old soul that's done it before, the person who gives everybody the benefit of the doubt. But you're going to kind of understand exactly where it's like there's like this over giving and accepting abuse, accepting that you're less than. It's not a surprise, right? This is all stuff you know. You could very well have a relative that is fairly intuitive, that's going to gain you insight or kind of know exactly what's been going on without you saying anything. If that's clear. Yeah, something having to do with like saying it's no more. Maybe it's a restraining order. Maybe I really don't normally go that route, but this is like this deck, right? It's kind of like allowing yourself to actively change into like the what you truly want to pull to you and recreate. It's kind of like really mining your words, really reflecting on your journey, honoring the wounds in other people, and like still allowing yourself to have gains, right? Allowing yourself to still be in a state of um manifesting. It's that whole like having faith even though the world's reflection is giving you no faith. And it's through that optimism, positivity, like holding on to like the no, I know I'm taken care of. And I know I'm divinely aligned, and I'm just a stubborn ass. And it's like when you raise your vibrational frequency, do shit you don't want to do, right? Like, like you've got to expect the miracles and the divine to work within you. You have to allow yourself to truly say, God, I trust beyond a shadow of a doubt that what is for me, right? And it's like through that release and the reflectiveness of the times that it was not, divine timing, lean back in and say that was God protecting me. That was the supreme protection and alignment that, hey, this is not where you're supposed to go. You did what you were supposed to do. It's time to move you into a different energy and into a different projection, into a different reality. You could quite possibly have witnessed all those things as a kid. They could have never happened to you, but like you're still holding on to that contract, right? So maybe it's not you that's perpetuating a cycle. Maybe you pass it on to your daughter. I don't know, but that's like kind of what they're showing me. And so it's like as you clear your Akashic records, as you honor the ride of victimhood, right? Where you honor the ride where there was clearly something that was coming against you, right? Outside of your hands. You couldn't write the stuff, right? Honoring that and kind of being in a state of reflectiveness of the things that took you out of your rhythm, of the things that like put a wall up for you, that kind of made you in a state of like lethargy. It's kind of like being a good ant and like following direction to a certain point, even though you couldn't see the wick, you couldn't see the light, like you still like hunkered down and trudged on through whatever your experience was, right? And so I would say for this portal information, so like honor that wherever you have a block in your body that's equivalated, that has any kind of a resonance to this energy, wherever you've been bound in love, finances, your spirituality, energetically, where you've had an attachment and not wanted to clean your house and you just let it go over you, that spirit of impediment, we're going to bind it and we're going to remove it and light the spark of God in the center of it. And we are sending it into the light, into its highest form, and just allow it to be fully pulled out of your field, right? Because it doesn't belong to you. Those are not your contracts. It's time for you to fully allow them to be released. If there's been blockages in the throat where you've been unable to create or speak your truth, create your own fine abundance, where you have felt like the words just don't flow, where you've been kind of in your head, we're going to see it, bind it, and remove it. Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael. And honor and activate like the what you're thinking, because remember, for some of you out there, what you project is what other people pick up. And so if you are constantly reiterating you are strong, you are aligned, you are making things fall into place, like then that is in fact what is taking place. And so you want to honor that exploration, to raise your vibration. And every time something happens, say like you trip, or say it's like they're just showing me like somebody kind of being klutzy, like walking and like randomly kicking their own heel, um or like slapping your hands, making you drop things, making you accidentally hit your head, right? And so like say none of that can affect me anymore. And see how high you can raise your vibration, right? From a scale of 0 to 10 or 0 to 100 in 10 increments. Like, where are you sitting at, right? If you are below, I'd say 70, like then you have attachments. You need to get more things off of your field, um, out of your field. You need to, they just said, allow the water to cleanse you. Be cleansed by the water. There's some kind of a grace that's coming through, like you expecting miracles of the divine, of like the interlude of like what God has in store for you. It's kind of like there is some kind of access point that is going to be unfolding, that you're going to be experiencing, having to do specifically with love. It's kind of like the what you've been settling for, or the what, like the what you've been, it's not seeing all of the manifestation, but having the faith that the end goal is going to be your goal. And every time like something doesn't veer in the direction of like this thing that you're trying to manifest, instead of going, oh man, it didn't happen this time, you kind of honored the journey and saying, oh well, how many people did I help? Like, what was my own lessons in that process? Did I honor my own insecurities, my own triggers, my own evolutionary field, right? Because when we tend to become quite enlightened, we forget we're still on the journey also, right? I mean, it's not just stopping because we've become cognitively aware and we're tapped in and we're operating from our heart a majority of the time and we're manifesting instantaneously, right? It doesn't, like, that's not the end of it. And so I don't know, there's like a reflection of like the path that you've taken up to this point. I don't know, somebody out there specifically needs to write down every area that you have felt was essentially a tower in your life. Every single pivot, what you could have done and what you did do, right? It's like there's like this reflectiveness. Mm, it's kind of like seeing where your team has in fact like, and you're not going to know this until you're with your soulmate, right? You could very well think that it was a twin or that it was like, but it is a soulmate. It's like a complementary soulmate. Some of you may get married in just a courthouse. Just saying. Okay, so last scan of the body, anything in the uterus. For those of you that have uteruses, just kind of like honor. And because a lot of us tend to collect energies and collect cords because it's the nurturing aspect of self, right? And just allow all of those cords to be like kind of pulled out of your field. It's with love and light, but we are allowing you to be released, right? Just take a deep breath in, focusing in that area. And we're going to pull in a lot of purple, and we're going to have that go for 48 hours. Some of you may want to wear an amethyst ring or a pendant or a necklace. I mean, that could be very relevant for you to align with that energy. And reiterate on the grace, reiterate on the kindness of because you don't know what you don't know, right? When you become certain aware, when you become aware that you can create new contracts, or like your responses can then ripple through to where it's going to affect you in another lifetime, right? And if your said belief is oh, I've got how many X incarnation cycles, then how do you raise and elevate to where you get closer to not having to come back? I don't know. There's just something's like somebody's like kind of playing with that layer of understanding of like the incarnation cycle, and like wherever the relevance of the incarnation is to you. I mean, you're doing some homework through that process, right? And it's more like, how do I raise my vibration so I'm attracting the vibrational frequencies that I really want to be interacting with? It's kind of like a shift in your magnetic field, right? And your team is like just over here watching you do that. I'm going to leave that there. Yeah. Just keep working into the vibration of love, into a heart-centered consciousness where you are not your head, but you are your heart, and where you are allowing yourselves the space to fully rebalance and honor your journey of like where you knew what you were supposed to be doing, but you actively choose to do something different, right? How did that help you? How did that hinder you? And where can you move into your higher timeline, right? Through this awareness that you're allowing. I'm going to leave that there. If something in this resonated with you, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And until next time, be well. Ciao.